I'm Anne-Marie Oomen, writer, teacher, and author of the forthcoming book, Love, Sex, and 4-H, which will be launched right here in Traverse City on April 18th at the newly restored Historic Barns. I hope you can join me. Today, I have a special poem written just for Picnic at the Opera. I'm writing these flash poems based on a collection where the theme is food and meals that changed my life. And I invite you to participate by sharing food and meals that have changed your life. For the fourth segment of Picnic Poetry, I'll also be joined by an amazing guest poet, Jen Sperry Stiennorth, who is widely published, and she is winner of the Michigan Writers Chapbook Contest for a collection called Forking the Swift. I'm pleased she can be here today. This piece is called Mussels, and in keeping with the season, it's about love, and it's for my husband, David Early. We will be celebrating our 23rd anniversary this weekend. Happy anniversary, David. Mussels. Shall we dismiss, first of all, the pun, as in muscle of, well, not entirely dismiss. No, never dismiss. But still, for this conversation, let's talk about the ocean. That huge wild water, that liquid wonder laced with salt from which, after the tides have ebbed, after the sun is up, the small blue mollusks, those edible bivalves, are stolen, their byssal threads torn from the Atlantic's wide and ruddy rocks, and only if someone launches into the mud in rubber boots to dig and lift and carry the bucket to the beachside bar and cafe where the mussels left in seawater will be fed cornmeal for 2 days, so that inside those silvery cradles the mussels, clear of debris, plump up. And then when we say to each other, yes, mussels for breakfast, on that steamy first adventure of ours, and the cook drops a dozen fresh ones into the pot, and the quick steam in garlic and shallots and wine, and the sudden release as the shell opens like a dark flower, and all that interior light as the small thing gives up its small life, and then all is scent, sharp and oceanic and buttery, all is lifting the shells, pinching one against the other, grasping and pulling and tossing aside, and the delicate flesh on the tongue as we watch each other taste. Oh, this was you and me at that rough-hewn table with mimosas and coffee and morning sun somewhere on the East Coast, not quite married. This was you and me, and the muscles of the sea flexing in us, the great tides, as we lifted and stared and felt the meal as a long-lived metaphor, a muscle strong and sinewy and rising.
I'm Jennifer Sperry Stiennorth. It's a pleasure to be here. I'd like to thank Anne-Marie Oomen for inviting me. I'm going to read a poem that I also wrote for my husband on the occasion of an anniversary, but it seemed appropriate in this Valentine's Day week. It's called Preface to Growing Old with You. I gave you this book, Mastering the Art of French Cooking, and neglected to inscribe it. Now it's our anniversary, and I'd like to put a poem inside, but you don't like poems. Once I said poem making was an attempt to stop time. Maybe I lied. Even the best poems have unpredictable shelf lives. Maybe the making is more like baking muffins. See how the tops are round as little worlds, nestled in their crisped paper cups. Everyone knows they will not keep, even if we freeze them. Frostbite. A person offers a plate of muffins with 2 hands. Here, have one. A person takes one into an empty hand and peels back the paper. On muffins, you enjoy the English kind with butter and jam, forked open hot, which you make even now, your head in my lap as you nap, and the yeast feasts on honey and wheat gluten. Your muffins are delicious, as are your scrumptious crumpets. You give the little loaves your full attention. Attention comes from the French, attendre, to wait. I tell you this because I love you and because you do not speak French. I like how we wait upon each other, our tongues patient in their sealed, dark hunger. Thank you.